नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है डॉक्टर गौरव और मैं आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूँ अपने YouTube चैनल पे जिसका नाम है दयान सन्स क्लास ऑफ केमिकल साइंसेस। और लेकर आया हूँ आप सबके बीच एक और वीडियो के साथ जो कि अगेन CSIR नेट नवंबर 2020 से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स हैं। जो 30 नवंबर वाले जो पेपर हुआ था उसमें जो प्रॉब्लम्स आई थी उनमें से हमने प्रॉब्लम्स ले रहे हैं। आज हम 4 प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं फ्रॉम 30 नवंबर पेपर। So let's begin the video. So the first question that we are going to discuss today is based on carbon dating, radiocarbon dating, or you can say radioactivity. It is related to radioactivity. The first question that says in a sample of charcoal, the remaining fraction of carbon-14 is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. That is, if initially it was 1, now what we are remaining with is 0.02 carbon-14. Amount of carbon-14 remaining is 0.02. Alright, okay, let's begin. So, and we are given T half for carbon-14. The T half is given to us 5730 years. Alright, and what we are given to us is N by N naught is equal to, we are given N upon N naught is equal to 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. That is the fraction of carbon-14, that is N by N naught is given to us 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. Okay, now we know lambda. Lambda is called decay constant. Lambda is the decay constant, right? So we know how is lambda related to T half for any nuclear species. The relation between lambda and T half is that lambda is equal to 0.693 divided by T half is equal to 0.693 divided by T half. Now here T half given to us is 0.693 upon 5730. So the lambda constant, degree of dissociation, or you can say decay constant for carbon-14 is 0.693 divided by 5730. Year inverse. This is year inverse. Alright, now let's move to the next part. Now what we are asked is what is the age of this tree? What will the age of this charcoal? How old is this charcoal? Now we know that T is given by T is equal to 2.0 upon lambda. T is equal to 2.303 upon lambda multiplied by log of N naught upon N. The T value of age T is given by the formula T is equal to 2.303 upon lambda into log of N naught upon N. I hope this much is clear. Now let's put the values of lambdas and N naught by N. Now here we are given N by N naught. So what will be the value of N naught upon N? From here we can write N naught. What we can write it as 2 upon 100. We can write it as 2 upon 100. 2 into 10 minus 2 is equal to 2 upon 100. N by N naught is 2 by 100. Therefore N naught by N will be equal to 100 upon 2. Right? So now we will replace the values. 2.303 upon 0.693 divided by 5730. This is the lambda multiplied by log of 100 upon 2. Log of 100 upon 2 means, now let us solve this. What we'll get? We will get 2.303 into. Alright, let's move to the next question. Next question is again from radioactivity. In this question it was given 212 bismuth decays to give some metal X with the elimination of alpha particle. With the emission of alpha particle, right? And this X is further decays to give metal Y, to give some element Y with the elimination of beta particle. Now for bismuth, the atomic number is 83. Now when an alpha particle is eliminated from bismuth, what will happen? 4 will be subtracted from its atomic mass, and 2 will be subtracted from atomic number. So what we'll get here? 208 on subtracting. If we subtract 4 from 212, we'll get 208, and if we subtract 2 electron from 83, we'll get 81, right? We'll get 81. Alpha particle is basically nothing but helium atom, 4He2. Alpha particle is denoted as 4He2. If you add the total mass on both sides according to mass of conservation of mass, the mass will remain the same on both the sides. Mass remains the same, 208 plus 4, 212. Similarly, atomic number, total number of total number of nuclear spaces will also be remain same, 81 plus 2, 83, both sides 83. Now again, this loses a beta particle. In beta particle emission, what happens? The atomic mass does not changes, but the atomic number increases by 1. So we will get 82, and 82 is the atomic number for lead. So our answer in question, we are asked what is the Y element. The Y element is lead. So the Y element is lead because atomic number is 82 is the atomic number for lead, and as well as 208 is the atomic mass of lead. So we get lead. So lead is the correct answer. PB was the correct answer for this particular question. Alright, now let's move to next question. Next question is from pericyclic. Next question was from pericyclic 1. In this, what we are given? We are given three orbitals in 3 energy levels, and we need to find out what is the energy order for them. The first one was given to us, A was given us something like this. Second one was and C was given to us something like this. Now, in order to determine their energy level, what we need to apply is the concept of nodes. Now, we have to look for how many nodes are there in this. By node, what we mean, wherever the node will be present, the sign of the lobe changes. Now here you see, if I said this dark one as plus, I mark this dark one as plus, 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 this one plus, this one plus, and this one plus. Now, if you look carefully, what is happening? How many lobes we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lobes. This is the basically a this is a pentene type of structure. This is a pentene type of structure. All right, or you, yeah, something like you see there are 5 atoms here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 carbon centers are there in this. Now if you see here, in the first case, A case, there is one node is here. The sign is changing from plus, it is getting, here plus was up, here plus is down, so there is one node. So one node is here. Then again you see the sign is changing from plus to minus, so one node is this one. How many nodes we have? 1, 2 so far. Now here again the sign is changing, here plus is here on the upside, on the neighboring lobe the plus is on the down side, so again there is one more lobe. So how many lobes are there? Sorry, how many nodes are there? 3. So I can write it as psi 3. I will write it as psi 3. We have 3 nodes here. Sorry, psi 4. It will be psi 4. Psi 4 has 3 nodes. We use the terminology, we use this represent the lobes in the orbital diagram by psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4 and so on. Where psi 4 means there will be 3 node in that, there must be 3 node in that energy level. Psi 3 level will mean with 2 node, psi 2 will be with 1 node and psi 1 will have no nodes. Alright, so here we have 3 nodes, so I can write it as psi 4. Now in this case we have only one lobe, one node. Why? There is only one time the sign is changing. Here we have plus plus, then we have plus plus downside. So plus plus means there is no node present between these two lobes. Here plus is here, here plus is here. That means there is one node here. But again here plus plus, both plus are on the same side, so there is no node. So there is only one node. So this I can represent as psi 2. I have only 2 nodes, so I can represent as psi 2. Now we come to this. Now here how many nodes you have? 1, 2, plus plus plus. Sign is changing here. One sign change, second sign change. So there is 2 lobes. So 2 means psi 3. And now we know which energy level will be lower. What is the energy order? Psi 1 has the lowest energy, followed by psi 2, followed by psi 3, followed by psi 4. This is the energy order, right? So which orbitals do we have? Psi 2, psi 3 and psi 4. Psi 2 is B1, psi 3 is C1 and A. So the correct order was B, C, A. So the correct order was this. Correct increasing order was this. B will have the least energy, followed by C has the higher energy and A has the highest energy. So this is the order. Now we come to the 4th question. That is the last question for today's video. The last question is from coordination chemistry. In this you are asked how many isolobal pairs form fragments A to D. Fragment number A was BH. B1 is Fe, CO whole 3, C1 was phosphorus and D1 was CO3. Now let us see. Boron contributes 1 electron, H contributes 1, so total electrons here are, total electron count for this is 4. For this fragment, total electron count will be equal to, there is one iron contributes 8, There are 3 COs, 1 CO contributes 2, so 3 into 2, this will give me 14, 8 plus 6, 14. Phosphorus. For phosphorus, Tc will be equal to 5. Total electron content in phosphorus atom is 5. In COCO3, for cobalt, cobalt contributes 9, plus there are 3 COs, 1 contributes 2, 3 into 2, that is, this will give me 15. So the isolable pairs among these are these two are isolable and these two are isolable. So the isolable pairs were A and B, C and D. A and B one pair, C and D second pair. So the correct option would be the one in which we have A and B as well as C and D as the option. So this is all about it. I hope this is clear. Thank you for watching the video.